Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mercy Kill. This is episode 34, Amy Showcase, featuring Zoombinis, Epistory, Aragami, and Syscrusher. As a reminder, folks, Frame Fatale Games Committee's selections are now open. Go to GamesDoneQuick.com to apply. Frame Fatale has been selected as a finalist for the Game Her Awards. Learn more with exclamation point vote. If you've missed out on any of our GDQ hotfix shows, check out our archive of past runs and shows at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. If you're watching on YouTube, hey everybody, how are y'all doing this evening? Feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick to check out our live shows starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And while you're there, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscription and bits. Please consider subscribing to help support future broadcasts. We have quite a few new shows starting up in the next couple of weeks. Head on over to GameStudyingQuick.com/hotfix and watch our Twitter for information on when they start. We may or may not have a new showrunner here tonight if you didn't notice already. GDQ's Some of Best Segments is also now launched on YouTube. It's a highlight channel with regular videos like our main channel, but with small highlight reels for all of our main events and hotfix. And that being said, Amy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited and also super nervous about this because I'm pretty rusty on a lot of these games.
So we'll see how I can do.
Let's see. Zoombinis is a few months. Aragami's a few months. Epistory is like a year, and then Syscrusher is a few months as well.
I see. So. And without further ado, also, you may have brought some friends with you today. Would you like to introduce them, Amy?
Yeah, sure. So top to bottom, I've got from Dark Hell. If you want to say hi.
Yeah, hi.
Dark Hell is mainly here for Zoombinis because he actually decompiled the code, and I asked him to do it so that he could possibly find me some better ways to do parts of the game, and there are no better ways. I know how to do all the parts of the game already, and there's no way better. So that's kind of unfortunate. I've got Monkey Man, who's here for Aragami mainly, and if you want to say hi, Monkey.
It's your boy here for the Ninja Key.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's stepped away for a second.
Wait, okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, my fault. Error on my side. Yeah, it's your boy here for the Ninja game. You know.
Yeah, he and I have played Aragami, and then I've also got Shockwave, who some of you may know I used to speedrun Borderlands with a lot, and Shock is here for Epistory.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Yep. As Amy said, we used to run Borderlands together, and then we also been sort of on and off, like talking about Epistory for the past, we'll just say year. Give or take.
Yeah.
All right, so it's wonderful to have you all here joining me, either in commentary or Amy playing. So a couple things real quick before we get started here. You all may know Amy from Aimbot, so you all be sure to go check out Aimbot. It's after my other show, Random Number Generation, so please be sure to give that show some love. Amy, did you want to plug Aimbot really quickly before we dive into your runs?
Yeah, sure. So I've again, most of you may know me from Borderlands, and it's probably weird that I'm not running it, but I actually de-rusted that game recently, so I really couldn't put it up for this. I am running 2 FPS games in this, and Aimbot's a show all about FPS games. Last night we had Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village, which are really cool. And coming up in a couple weeks, we'll have a BioShock showcase, and they apparently discovered like a bunch of new glitches that just let them clip through walls whenever. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So make sure to check that out.
All right, so y'all, including the chat, by the way, I know all of you on YouTube can't see the chat right now. Everybody is popping off about memes involving Zoombinis. So I never had this game growing up, but apparently this is a very beloved game. Would you like to talk about that a little bit, Amy?
Yeah, so I played this game in like elementary school. This is it's gonna sound really dumb. This is a children's puzzle game that starts off really easy and then gets progressively harder until like I actually can't figure out how to do some of the like hardest puzzles in this game, just because they're so arcane, and like moving everybody around next to each other is just it's so hard. But yeah, I picked it up because I found a copy on one of the GDQ PCs and just kind of, took it home with me and was like, hey, this is actually a pretty fun run because it's really short. It's like 10 minutes. And so it's really good for resets, but also the RNG is abysmal. Everybody's talking about the pizza troll in chat. He's one of the worst. The frogs are probably the second worst. Because if I don't read the frogs correctly, then I lose characters. And I'm doing the 4% category, which is get 16 Zoombinis to the end. So if I lose any Zoombinis, then I have failed the category.
So on the GDQ computer, how long ago was this?
The last in person. So it was 2020, AGDQ 2020.
Okay. All right, very cool. And do you have any safety strats for this game?
No. So again, Dark Hell decompiled the game, so I know like roughly what I'm looking for in like what the win condition is for each area. But I also knew that just from playing the game. So I have one backup just for Mercy Kill, because if I fail Pizza Troll right away, that's like 3 minutes in, and that would be boring. But you know, that's it. I just got to go fast.
Man's really
Okay.
went on stage and said he had his homie cheat the game for him. Chat, boo this man.
It is not
Get
a
him
large
out.
game to decompile. This is a very small game.
Well, I don't want to boo Amy. I want to cheer Amy on, and I am ready for all of these memes I know nothing about. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
On your count.
Okay. All right. So time starts when I click start because making the Zoombinis is part of the run. So here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck and have fun. You got this. 15 minutes.
All right. Well, okay. I'm going to wait a little bit. I pre-made these because I was setting up the safety save for it. So I'll just wait like 15 seconds. But all right. Here we go. All right. So this first one, these bridges are allergic to things. So I got to test them out to figure out what they're allergic to. So it's either gonna be, okay, if the top bridge is faster, and if the top bridge is allergic to roller skates, that's really bad. Which would mean that everybody has to go across this lower, slower bridge, and it's like 15 seconds faster to have everybody go across the top bridge. So if I have to have them go across here, that would suck. Which it kind of looks like they have to. The bottom one's not allergic to eyes, or yep, okay, the bottom one's not allergic to eyes. Let me check hair next. If this hat gets across, I think that's all 5 hairstyles. Okay, all right. So it looks like the top one was allergic to the feet. So I just have to put them all across this bridge. And that's just how this run goes. I would ordinarily reset right here, but
Good start.
yeah, I also, I'm just hovering them over the click point and just waiting for them to go through. So the next, I can start explaining the next one too. It's pretty similar to this, except there's a few more, what's the word, like parameters. So it's the 4 rock trolls that I'm looking at.
My boy out here speedrunning the explanation said this
Yeah.
is the level skip.
Well, yeah, also the pegs at the very top that you can see right there. All right, so once I hear the voice line, I can click past it.
Another bunch. Oh boy.
All right, here we go. Rock trolls. Can we get by here? Okay, that's not good.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I should have tested. Nope. All right, this one might be, the middle one might be allergic to feet. Damn. Man, now I have to do the log ones on both of these. This is the worst. So with the rock trolls, if I fail this too much, then a rock slide comes and blocks off the path. There's actually not really a visual indicator for when you're gonna fail. It's just the rocks start falling, and then a couple ones later, it falls and blocks the path.
So if you fail,
So,
does that mean the whole puzzle, like you have to start over, or you have to, like, where does it send you back to if you fail?
That means I failed the category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I got to get all 16 of these Zoombinis through these puzzles.
So I remember playing this game as a kid. I can kind of go over that a little bit. This game's interesting because it's kind of a roguelike in that you're expected to get to a point where you just lose some Zoombinis, like you just don't get to go any further, like you lose some and you go forward. And the idea is you're trying to get like a full squad to the end. but there are checkpoints where you can actually shelf them and come back later. Because it expects like children to mess this up.
Certainly.
Well,
Yep. All right, time for the worst run, the worst part of this run.
Make
It's
me
the
a
pizza troll.
Yeah.
whatever you are, make me a pizza.
So, Darkel, do you want to talk about how this guy works?
So this guy, he's very particular about his food. On the left, you have 4 toppings for the pizza. You can combine them all. You need to pick a pizza that he likes. He dislikes a specific set of toppings, which gets randomly picked based off of how long he's had the game open.
More.
So it's pretty much just random. So right now he clearly doesn't like mushrooms or pepperoni, or so far that's it.
Thank you.
So,
All right, 3 pizzas.
yeah.
Let's go. You can get that first try. He has a minimum of 2 toppings. There you can see the backups that I made. And I gotta
They're
make
just on
sure
a
I'm
shelf,
going the
like
right
waiting
way.
for you to pick them off. To keep going.
Okay, all right, so this is Who's Bayou. This is supposed to be a difficult puzzle. You're supposed to sit Zoombinis next to each other that have similar things, but every single one of these Zoombinis has a blue nose.
Sure.
And roller
So I
skates,
could-
right?
Yeah, and roller skates, yeah.
Yeah.
So I could just do this, and that's the puzzle.
There you go.
Ta-da! All right, frog time.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
You expected mans to solve a puzzle for elementary kids? Nah, we cheesing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if someone wants to explain this as well.
Okay.
Well,
This one is this one's complicated on 7 different levels pretty much. So basically it is a maze, and each frog can basically only pass through a specific path based off of either the color, the actual flower itself, or the shape of the lily pad. So basically, right now, that one frog that's on screen can only go through the yellow ones, and he's gonna get to that end. Well, looks like he can, and he'll just get off onto the other end. And so
I also
you
have to be
basically,
really careful because the frogs can block each other.
yeah,
So that's why I'm not putting them all through at once.
yeah. He needs to just
So like the colors, super easy. I just choose a color and I follow it to the end. But you can also only use the frogs a couple of times. So that's why I'm like reading a bunch of different patterns. Okay, that one should be out of the way. Yeah, so the frogs have disappeared. So I gotta find and read another pattern quickly here. Usually if you can find one that goes beyond like the 5th lily pad, then the route is correct. Okay, there's gotta be, I think this one works for doubles. Yeah, okay. So someone's asking in chat about the other route. So this is actually a different that's actually a different category. This is the Who's Bayou route, where I go through Who's Bayou, and the other route is the other one, which I don't remember because I don't play that one. Okay, y'all help me out. Where's this last one I'm missing? The flowers in the middle. There it is.
So actually,
Okay.
a question: is there a priority to like what direction the frogs go? Will they just keep going straight until they can't? Then they'll backtrack and then go a different direction, or is there like a priority system of that?
That is a good question for Darko.
They'll try to do the shortest path as every time that they can. Okay.
I gotta
sorry.
wait for this one because I don't want to bump him back.
The coding part of my mind just looks at this and be like, oh my god, there's so many possibilities. How does this work? Like, is this pretty?
Yeah, this is my second least favorite part. Once we make it past here, we're golden. I know how to do the rest of the puzzles. The bubble maze is the only one that people might still remember, but the bubble part is actually really easy. Okay, it's right here. So the danger is if I put them on what I think is the right path, they'll just get stuck there, which means like they can't. That Zoombini is gone. All right, so we're good. We're past the frogs. I just have to wait for this one to finish. This is actually horrendously bad luck. Sometimes there's paths that go like straight across. Sometimes there's paths that sometimes it's a lot easier. Sometimes you can get all the colors to go through. But I was just really unlucky in that I didn't get any red or blue.
Wait, why is this frog going around? It could have just went all the way across on the yellows.
Yeah, so I think they go right first. So he tried to go right down that path, and then he messed up and had to go back.
It's like the yellows are right there.
Yep, I gotta hear the line.
This was coded in the 90s before they discovered efficiency.
All right, so this one is also really easy. Oops. Oh my god. Choking.
It's
All right,
easy
so-
as they.
Please, I promise I'm not joking here. So you have to match them up with attributes. But as you can see, all of these Zoombinis have been carefully crafted to make these puzzles a lot easier for me. So that they all have the same feet and nose. Ta-da, puzzle done.
Amazing.
As
Yeah.
you can see, I've once again cheated at this elementary children's video game.
All right, so this puzzle is also very easy. You're supposed to line them up in order of nose color. And they all have blue noses. There's a reason you
So-
make all of the attributes the same.
I just want to say to everybody who wish GG to past Amy already. Finished a short time ago here, so GG to the PV.
Okay, so this one can really screw me up if I don't pay attention. I have to match. That's what it is. I have to match the Zoombini to its reflection, and if it's the wrong thing, I lose one. But again, luckily, all of these look somewhat the same. Yeah, if I just finished, that actually might be a problem because I might run out of time in Bubble Abyss.
Ooh, suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you
that-
have about 4 minutes left.
Okay, hat and glasses.
And you're not even
I'm
halfway
mainly just
done with
looking for
this one.
blue noses.
I assume there's always going to be a match on the other side, correct?
Yes,
there
there are
will
always two
be-
matches.
Okay. So there's no way to like fail this puzzle. It's just you have to figure out which one is the correct answer.
Correct. Yeah. The one problem is if I like slip up and don't notice something, they smack into that crystal and die.
Ooh.
Well, actually, okay, they don't die. They just go back home. And the game will actually start throwing loopholes at you where it'll put up pictures of Zoombinis that have already gone past, and that doesn't work. So if I like get really slick and try to pick, try to read noses like usual. All right, and then the last one, we're good to go. All right, let's move on. Bubble Abyss. Okay.
All right, is this the last puzzle?
This is the last puzzle. So this is actually a pretty easy one, I think.
So I guess so being the newbie here, let's see if I understand it here. You move it to a certain starting point, and then based on where it hits on the grid, like based on what attribute it is, it's going to change the direction.
Yes. And those black holes right above it are bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Do explain.
Okay. All right. So I don't. Oh man. Okay. This is actually a lot harder than I thought. So this arrow is a switch arrow, so it's gonna go that way. So I need to put a non-glasses on here. Also, if the bubbles bump into each other, they die.
Oh, so that's two at once that will die.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's gonna pass there, and then if they were wearing sunglasses, they'd get bumped into the black hole there and die.
Go back home.
Yeah, sorry. Go back home.
Just no death here.
All right, I'm gonna time this correctly. There we go. And I should be able to just send it off right away. Okay, we're good.
One minute remains.
I think we can get there. It's-
Where's time?
Time is when all the 16 Zoombinis made it across and I click the button.
Oh no! This is
Oh,
gonna be close.
that's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm nervous. "30 seconds. Uh-oh.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
You got
Move
this.
your butt.
He's got to go all the way around here.
Move very fast, please.
At this point, my hands are off the keyboard. I cannot do anything else.
Oh no!
All right, guys.
You're not gonna make it.
We gotta lend our energy. Everybody,
Yeah.
blow into your mic as hard as you can. No, don't actually do that. God.
Oh, it's just this last Zoomini.
5,
It's just-
4, 3.
Well,
No.
No! Are you kidding me? No! Oh,
Just barely. I think I was too slow in the frog section. Dang.
that was so close.
Well, you had that one frog. You had that one frog that like completely
Yeah.
backtracked for no reason. Blame it on the frog.
Oh yeah, that one frog.
I was like 15 seconds over. Ah.
Place of hope and prosperity.
So how much more time do you think we would have needed? Like 20 seconds, realistically?
Yeah. That was time right there. That was it.
So close.
That was a
So now
great
you
run,
get-
though.
Now you get to see all the Zoombinis hanging out in Zoombiniville.
wow.
That there is 16 there. That's 4%. Who's by you? Not so easy, because that's the easiest difficulty. Very, very hard is very, very hard. And I'm bad at it. But that's Zoombinis. I'm sorry. I got very close.
Oh, don't apologize. That was exciting. I love close ones. Even if it's a kill versus a save, it's still exciting when it's that close to the timer. Very entertaining. I'm glad you brought this one today.
Wait,
All
there's
right.
368 more?
Yeah. It's,
Oh my gosh.
It increments in sets of 100. Every 100 you get across bumps your journey up to the next level, so you can never go back down.
That's so many.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
That
So,
would take
let me-
hours.
Yep.
Let me ask you this, because folks in chat are asking this too. Would you ever run this again, or would you ever run a different category?
I've thought about running the other one, the other category, which is just the other route. Like from this campfire, you just pick the southern route.
Yeah.
It's not that much longer. It's like a minute longer than Who's By You, but Who's By You has 2 puzzles that you just complete immediately, whereas the other way doesn't.
Well, I had fun with this, and thank you so much for bringing this to Mercy Kill. Folks, there are still 3 more runs that Amy is presenting. I believe up next will be Epistory, but
Yep.
real quick before we go on a quick wellness break here, remember that Mercy Kill is brought to you by viewers like you. Your subs, gift subs, Amazon Prime subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support our weekly Hot Mix content. Thank you so much for supporting our shows. And with that, everyone be sure to hydrate, stretch, and we'll be right back with Mercy Kill. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am here with Amy and our wonderful commentators, Dark, Muggy, and Shock, and we are going to be doing Epistory here, another game that I know nothing about, but I absolutely love typing games. I've seen Typing of the Dead before. So real quick before we dive into the run, Amy, no pressure, we are 3-3 with that killed run.
I know.
This is it. This is for the lead right now.
Yeah.
Anything
All
you
right.
want to say before we get started?
So that's it. This is probably the hardest game I'm running tonight. The route in it is really tight, and I remember the run, but I'm rusty on it. So I actually started learning this run because Vuligin was running it at one point. He used to be Jinky's
Oh.
staff, and he's really
Yep.
cool. And I just started running it. I was like, seems really fun. I want to get good at it. This is an RPG, so it's not on rails like Typing of the Dead.
I see.
So there's a lot of like exploration you can do, and we're not even going to see half the game in this run. We skip a lot of the dungeons because we can just get enough experience to bypass a lot of it. That said, I am going to be muted for this entire run because I'm going to be keyboard smashing furiously. So Shockwave is going to be commentating for me.
Yo. All right, on your cue, Taylor.
Yeah, on your
All right.
count.
So when I finish typing new, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Alrighty, Epistory. So as Amy said, this is an RPG. You can see actually here, it has slightly altered controls. There's two control schemes. You can play with what they recommend for typing, which is EFJI. You don't move up, down, left, right with those. You move up, left, up, right, down, left, down, right. You move in diagonals. This game is built on a diagonal-esque system.
But they were lost.
Or you can use the gamer controls.
Sorry, I had to turn the game down so I could hear.
Yeah, this game's loud. It's great. It's got great sound and great music. But yeah, so it looks like Amy's going to use the gamer controls. I don't personally. I use the diagonal controls just because it links with my brain more due to the grid layout.
She didn't know.
So this game, it's got sort of like a paper origami kind of theme. You'll see this come up everywhere. The fox is made out of paper. We're just getting through like some basic stuff while we're waiting. But right now, Amy's in movement mode, so he can move around the map. He can do whatever he wants. When he gets to something that has a word associated with it, he can smash spacebar to go into typing mode, and then you can see the word will pop up, and then he can type the word to destroy the object, whether it's an object or an enemy, so on and so forth. You get experience for everything you destroy or everything you type. And there's a combo on the bottom. You can see that little white bar. That is very important to the run. Remember at the beginning, Amy said that he's going to be really strict on the routing. That combo is what we're strict on. Basically, we're going to have to carry a perfect combo through, we'll say 2 dungeons. Well, the first one's pretty lenient, but the second and third are pretty strict. There's also a nice little upgrade path. You can upgrade the fox based on what points you have. Their total points are in that left number on the bottom hand corner. And the next spot you can reveal, so that spot he just stood on was how you reveal different sections of the map. The next spot to reveal is the right number. So 2500, and you will be able to reveal the next section of the map. So right now he's going around trying to gather points. We'll see. There's a key thing in this area they want you to find. Okay, so you found it. Yeah, so in different areas of the map, there are chests. Chests are not required in any way, but they're just trying to tell you about them. There's different tiers of chests too. This is one of the really good ones. This is worth 2,000 points, I believe. There's other chests that are only worth about 500 points. Those do give you instant points. They don't count for your combo in terms of the value of the chest. Just breaking the chest like resets your combo. So there now Amy unlocked sprint, so that way he can sprint around the map. Just general movement stuff. There's nothing fancy about that. This is one of the cutscenes to opening the dungeons. So there's going to be 4 dungeons that we're going to go through here. It's fire, water/ice, electricity, and wind. Those are going to be the 4 themes of each dungeon.
Had a star died? Had the moon fallen?
But we're already coming up to a nest. These are pretty common. There's multiple of them in some dungeons. There's some scattered around the map for bonus. But this is how a nest works. A nest works with set spawns, and different enemies have just different words. Well, now we'll talk about adaptive difficulty. So you see the category on the bottom right hand of the stream says any % adaptive. Basically, the game works. You can almost think of it like Left 4 Dead's AI director, where if you do well, the game's going to make it harder for you. So it's going to give you harder words. It's going to give you harder stuff to type, bigger monsters, bigger words for you to try to break your combo. The game's not necessarily trying to make you fail. It's trying to make you work for it. But now we're just trying to gather a little bit of points before we head into the dungeon. So there's just a bonus chest hidden around here. Chests also have multiple words attached, so each of those also counts for your combo. Something I didn't mention about the combo, but I'll mention before we go in the first dungeon. The combo gets better the more words you type, so you get more bonus points for the length of your combo. So at first it starts like 5 extra bonus points, like 10. It's not a lot, but eventually you'll hit a cap of 80 extra points per word that you add to your combo. So Amy's entering in with about 500 points in the combo. He's getting close to a max combo at this point. He's gonna try to maintain this combo until he gets the first power-ups. So that was like 65. He's pretty close. Oh, there you go. So the game also has a like sort of a weird priority system. This game really values clean typing over fast typing. It's trying to make sure that you don't like hit keys too close to each other. I'm a pretty messy typer, so I mess that up all the time. But sometimes you'll be typing even though there's multiple enemies on the screen, and your input will be thrown in different directions. So managing like what you're fighting at a certain point is part of what makes this run a little difficult, especially if you don't type cleanly like I do. But it looks like he's gonna get the combo all the way through. So this is one of the hard combos. It's not, I would put this maybe in like an A tier difficulty combo. It's definitely not like S tier like the ones that we need in the second and the third dungeon. Yes, I'm tier ranking the combos now. All right, so there's fire. This is the first upgrade. Certain words have different colors, and they can only be destroyed with that particular element. So in this case, all the orange or red words can be destroyed with the fire thing. It also has an effect on enemies where it can burn through a word. So if enemies have multiple words, you can actually burn through multiple words. But this is just telling you, this is the teaching section of how to use fire and how it can be used to solve different puzzles. Like this torch here that's not lit up. So Amy can go into typing mode, type the word, and then light the torch on fire. So you can use these elements to solve different puzzles. And looks like he's actually gonna be able to keep this combo into the next area, which is really good. This combo is gonna be really tight because there's gonna be a point in this nest where he'll have like maybe 1 second of buffer. Otherwise, he'll lose the combo. So there's a slight delay to sort of get the third enemy to spawn. So that way he can keep the combo up a little faster. Drop the combo. Okay. That's not too bad. You can make up this one pretty bad. Your goal is to get as close to 25,000 points leaving this nest as you can. It's not required, but like that's your goal, is to try to hit 25,000.
Nothing could stand in her way now.
So there's one of the other upgrades. We're gonna get about half of these upgrades. Intensity is your combo gets more, we'll just call it more juice whenever you hit a word. So your combo doesn't completely reset whenever you do, like whenever you get another word. Oh, here we go. This is adaptive really starting to kick in. So these words are starting to get much longer. But so back to the combo thing. So the combo won't fully reset sometimes depending on the different enemy or the different things that you hit. Intensity will give you more energy back whenever you hit a low, we'll say a low energy like combo restore. Oh, okay. That's gonna make maintaining this a little tight, but we'll see. Okay, oh, that's actually nice. Good save there. So we're just rocking around trying to grab some more XP basically. Like I said, Rout's trying to get to 25k-ish leaving this dungeon. I don't remember how much the nest gives you. It's been a couple weeks since I've done it, so I don't remember the exact amount, but getting a good amount, trying to maintain this combo. You're trying to get like the biggest combo that you can going into the nest, so that way the nest gives you as much as possible. Okay, so he's grabbing some other things. All right, so he's gonna lose it in this tunnel, actually. There is a neat strat you can do with that bug he killed where you actually set it on fire at first, and then you run away, and then the fire burns it, which also resets your combo. So you can actually maintain it into this section. That's like a small optimization, but again, like 25k is the goal. It's no way mandatory. It's probably like 22 is a good target to hit, but here's another nest. Again, all these nest spawns are like the same. They don't change from run to run. It's just the words that change. So you can sort of know where to look after you do this enough. You can just be like, okay, next one's here, and so on and so forth. You'll really see adaptive hit hard here at the end of this nest. You'll see what I mean when the game's like not trying to make you fail, but it is trying to challenge you. We're not there yet. That's probably about the halfway point of this nest. Yeah, we can just enjoy this fight a little bit.
So we have a question from chat. Someone has, so unofficially, is this a typing tutor game?
I would not put, oh, there you go. There's the big one. There's the big words. I would probably not call this a tutor game, but it is a good way to like force you to type quickly, especially if you play adaptive. Like I said, adaptive's gonna throw like really difficult stuff at you if you're typing fast, and then that's just gonna force you to like type faster because these words that they're throwing at you are even crazier. Okay, 21-2 is not bad. There's definitely a couple backups that you can grab to make this work. So he's going to a bonus area. This is not part of like the main story. There's a couple chests, couple areas that you can just open up to explore. So this is part of the RPG element. You can go get more XP, to go level up, to get more upgrades, to find more stuff out, because this is a whole, this story is basically being told to you on the letters on the ground as you're exploring different areas. So you can do a couple little exploration things just for story bits. You can do it for XP. You can do it to just sort of see what's around. Oh, that bug got a little close. Let's see if he can find his way. Just remember where the next way to go is. Okay, so that was a 500-point chest. It's not going to be quite. So basically, so with the 25,000, what we're trying to do is max out intensity walking into the water dungeon. It's intensity, again, it'll give you the most of your combo back. With the nest fights especially, it doesn't give you your full combo reset when you're doing the nest fights. So intensity really just helps you keep going and keep that combo going. We'll see if it gets the water combo, because the water combo, you have to keep it through most of it. After you get the power in the water dungeon, you have to keep it in there and then keep it all the way to the nest fight. And the nest fight, you get like maybe half a second of buffer room if you're on point. So it's really, really tight. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Oh, okay. That works.
Okay, well, all right.
I mean, you've got enough points. You could go for it now if you wanted. You would just be getting it in the middle of the dungeon, which isn't the end of the world. Because it's not like you can, as long as you get intensity before the nest, that's really like the key thing. So you think he's still searching
The
for?
problem, I don't remember where I'm going. Where is this one?
You looking for the water dungeon?
Yeah.
You're right
There we
there
go.
at it.
Oh, the chest. Duh.
Yeah. There's a 500-point chest just sitting right here for you if you ever needed it. So that'll get you your 2,500 points, or 25,000. Oh, there's the snakes. I'm surprised you fought them.
As she looked out across the horizon,
Yeah, the art style of this game is beautiful with how they built this out.
as the angry sea raced across the land. And then all was still and trembling.
All right, let's.
Another
Oh, okay.
cataclysm has shaken the world.
Perseverance is also a
The
decent
answer
pickup
she
right here.
suspected
So Perseverance, what it does is it starts your combo with a longer timer. So Normally it starts with, I don't remember the number, but a certain like timer, and you can extend that with perseverance, and then intensity lets you refill it faster. Those are the key upgrades that we need, just because again we're trying to maximize experience. So the longer combo we have, the more bonus points we'll get, which means the faster we'll get all the upgrades and stuff like that. But this is the ice dungeon. This introduces slippery floors. They work in some other games that you probably played as a kid, where once you start running onto it one direction, you cannot change directions. You have to hit a solid surface. There is a neat trick here with an angle you can do. See if he goes. He's going for it. Maybe no. Oh, it was close. Okay. So they expect you to do all of this stuff and then fail, come all the way down here, and then go all the way back up and then hit all the puzzles again. It's really rude, but they just decided to do that. There is a neat angle you can do with actually combining the control schemes to actually do that. I think for me, it's SF, which puts me at not a complete down left angle, but like a partial down left angle, which lets me hit that spot. So there's some weird tricks you can do with using both control schemes, because WASD will move you up, down, left, right. So it's technically moving you diagonally versus EFIJ, which is moving you along the grid. A little confusing, a little disorienting at times if you're not like aware of the control schemes, but it does take some getting used to.
The more she learned, the less she knew.
All right, so here's just a running section. They don't expect you to fight any of these things. Oh. Okay, you're good. All right. So these enemies are covered with the next element, which you can't use yet because you don't have it. So you have no choice but to run here to get away from them. The fox's turn radius after getting on the ice is a little wide at times. So if you mess up your angle and then you get on smooth land and try to change it, sometimes you'll just get a weird angle coming off because the fox is trying to do this really wide turn. All right, so now here's the ice power. So ice can freeze things, it can create paths, so on and so forth. We're mainly going to use it in this one to create paths for us to traverse in the dungeon.
The river need not run so fast.
But this combo right here, that one that Amy started, the goal is to try to maintain this all the way to the end of the dungeon. Because you want to walk into the next one with, I believe, about 45,000. That lets you get certain upgrades. Oh no, I got caught in the little invisible terrain. But so this is the nest. So this is where it's gonna get really tight on the combo. So watch that meter on the bottom as Amy tries to frantically type these things as fast as possible, because the nest does progress the moment you kill everything. So if he's fast on typing, it looks like you can use the ice things to extend it just a little further. Okay, he caught up. And then these one-lettered bugs are just they're so free. They're just like, okay, here you go. Just keep playing. Just keep your combo. Keep going. Well, like perseverance really helps. So normally you go for intensity before this, but it looks like perseverance ended up still working out in Amy's favor. Okay, so the goal is to maintain this one all the way until Amy finishes the dungeon, which is a really tall order, because there are certain things that are used in the normal route that you space them out perfectly, so that way whenever you're about to run out, you can just hit them on your way and keep moving. These bugs don't. The ice is just... so let's see, remembers where to go. Yep, so using that one to reset. So you can use, okay, so you got this trick. This trick's cool. So normally when you're in cutscenes, you can't be in typing mode, but if you hit typing mode basically like a frame or two before the cutscene starts, you can maintain typing mode in between in the cutscene. And the way that typing objects work, Amy, would you like to know where the puzzle that you're supposed to do? Okay, so save that one. But yeah, so it's the typing words they're based on what the camera sees. It's not based on your proximity with the fox. It's based on the camera. So if you go into typing mode with the camera or with the camera in the cutscene, you can type things that aren't even close to you. So it allows for some neat little like combo saving or combo, like combo strats that you can just like you can take it into places that you definitely weren't supposed to be able to do. So there's just a neat floor puzzle. All right, so Amy will definitely need some backup points for before the next dungeon. There's a couple good chests that he can grab. But this is another nest. Again, these are all set spawns, so as long as you know where to look, you can kill them instantly. It's just the words that'll change. So some enemies aren't exactly tied to adaptive. So like these little 4 bug things. Oh, okay, that's neat. So you can actually look at the top of the screen. You can see some tiny words in the distance that are actually active. We'll keep note of that bug for that feature. We'll call it a feature for the next dungeon. That's going to be something that's going to happen again. But yeah, like I said, as long as the camera can see something, you can type it for the most part. So the ice upgrade freezes an enemy in place for like 5 seconds-ish. So if you really just kind of need some breathing room, you can freeze an enemy and then you can choose the next target. So let's say you've got a really big enemy coming at you. You can freeze it, switch to a different target, and then keep moving from there.
She bent the tide to her will. She would never.
So those enemies up top are part of the adaptive difficulty, trying to throw Amy some difficult words. Like Dices. That's a GDQ viewers should know that one.
Hard to get here. Now I feel like it's drowning me.
Let's see, remember so you can stand on these teleport spots immediately when the dungeon is over. 43,000. Okay, that's not too bad. If you know where the 2K chest is, you can get all of it immediately.
Though great wisdom flowed from the
Let's see if Amy
springs,
remembers where the chest
still
is.
She had overcome. They had not been kind
Or
to
if he
her,
remembers where the
but she
dungeon
felt
is.
stronger for the trial.
Okay, so the black lid ones, remember, are only 500 points. So we'll need a few more chests from there. Also, so I can't hear the sound, but I hope GQ is enjoying the sounds of this game. Sounds are also very, very well done. Hey, there's the 2K chest. So you did find it. There you go. Amy's got plenty of points now. So you need 45,000 to open the zone to the 3rd dungeon. This one is just a proxy, like it's just right next to the dungeon, but you have to reveal it to reveal the dungeon reveal, to use that word, I guess, too many times in the same sentence. Luckily, Amy can just head right to the dungeon since he's got more than enough points at this stage.
What stories might be found amongst the crumbling stones?
All right, so I can actually say a couple things from here. From here, it's pretty much go time. Have all the points I'll need for the rest of the game. And so, like, Creation City is super easy to get points in, just because of the upgrades that are available in it. But yeah, I've been forgetting the route a little bit, but past here it's pretty easy.
Yeah, past this point, Amy should be leaving this dungeon with as close to 80,000 as possible. Again, these are not like hard numbers to hit for, but you'll generally get the same amount of points if you just like follow the route. Like everyone gets the same amount of points, but you're trying to shoot for around 80,000 leaving this dungeon. There's a couple bonus chests that are like right on your route to the dungeon, so it's pretty easy to make up stuff.
But the city was
So this one, this is the mega combo. There's 2 things you can do. You can either get a combo, drop it after you get the element, and then maintain a combo for the entire rest of the dungeon. This one's pretty difficult at times. Or you can go really big and get a combo and maintain it through the entire dungeon. So there's a funny little trick that you can do. I don't know if AD actually does it. I started doing it in mine, but I don't think in his PV he does it. There's a neat little like off camera. So remember that thing I pointed out with the second dungeon's nest? Right at the end, those words on the top of the screen, they were in camera view and were typable, but like you weren't probably supposed to be able to type them. That gets really weird in this dungeon. There's plenty of things that are off screen that you can type. You can maintain your combo in some weird spots that you definitely should not be able to, just due to like how this particular dungeon works. We'll see if he goes for it. I can't tell. Nah, doesn't look like it. So right there, you can spam some keys to basically hit some random thing off in the distance, and it'll just reset your combo. But Spark is probably the strongest element that we'll be using in the run. Not only does it hit switches and turn things on, it also leaps from an enemy to another one, as long as the enemy has 2 or more words left on it. So we'll actually abuse that. We'll actually upgrade Spark all the way so it can chain to like 5 enemies at once, and will completely like destroy different nests just because of how powerful this one is. So these things here, you can type these things here. Some of them can be typed off screen when you definitely should not be able to. So that was what I was talking about, where he's getting the Spark element and can maintain the combo. He can type something like that. There's a different one that would be hit, but just like the 4-letter combos that just like use one hand.
With the courage of her dreams, she could make it her home.
So it says, for the rest of this dungeon, Amy is trying to maintain this combo as all the way to the end if possible. And then more of just these stepping floor puzzles. If you step on it once, it turns on. If you step on it again, it turns off. It just basically toggles the button when you step on it. Nah, he's got to go back and hit the switch. Yeah, you gotta toggle. So these switches are all connected. All these switches connect to everything on the map. So when you hit a switch down here, you're actually toggling anything connected to a switch on the map. And that gets really important for a specific spot later in the dungeon, where you have to sort of maintain this mental image of how many times you've hit the switch and what gate will be open. Otherwise, it'll drop. You will drop a combo because you don't have a certain gate open. I'll give Amy that one because that one's kind of difficult to remember, if like the switch patterns. So here's just a simple gate puzzle. It basically just forces you to go all the way around.
She saw glimmers of light far above her and dared to think that she herself shone. She found
Alright, so this is the midpoint nest. Ooh. The game took a slightly wrong turn here. Oh, it looks like this works. Okay, I didn't know about this route, but... Yeah, after I beat this game, I just started only doing the speedrun route, so it's hard to figure out where I needed to go. But yeah, so this is the midpoint nest. All dungeons have a midpoint area that you do a fight. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think the wind one does, actually. I think the wind one only has the ending one. But yeah, so this is just another midpoint nest, so he's gonna maintain the combo through this. This one's pretty easy to maintain all the way through. We definitely got some times here, so how are things going, everyone? You guys just chilling?
There have been some compliments about how cute the game looks in terms of its art style.
The fox is adorable. Absolutely adore the fox. If only you could like give it a name. Oh,
Doesn't have a
that
name?
bug. I don't believe the fox has a name. It's just part of the story. You'll see where the fox comes later during like the first like picture in the credits. So actually that got really close for Amy. I didn't even realize that, but like their one bug got probably within like what was called like half a second of killing him. So good recovery on that one.
Wait a second. If you take a single hit, you're dead in this game?
Yeah,
I
this
must
is
have
a
missed that.
this is a one-hit KO game. Yes. So
Oh my
if
goodness, that's
yeah.
wild.
It's pretty strict, but it's again the bugs move pretty slow. It's just more about like making sure that you manage everything. But there's also a good variety of checkpoints, so you're not like super tight on progress if you die. All right, let's see if the gate's open. Oh no. Can you get it? Can you get it? No, he lost the combo. Oh, that sucks. All right, so that was the tricky spot to remember for the combo. So like I said, all of the switches on the map are linked, and during the nest, there's a switch actually directly under the platform that you can hit to toggle these gates early, so you can actually just get up here and follow this downward path immediately to the switch. So again, that's not a huge deal. You can spin up another combo pretty quickly here. He'll just lose probably like a couple thousand points. It's really not a big deal. You're mainly worried about the bonus points, not the actual like points for just hitting things. Someone wants to name the fox Wordsworth.
Yeah, I like that name.
It's a good name, Wordsworth.
Oh, I get it. That pun.
Took a sec to figure it out.
I didn't even realize. I'm rescinding that name.
Boo.
I thought we liked puns here.
Oh, we do. That doesn't mean I can't boo him, though.
Can you not handle the punishment?
Oh!
Chat, boo this man. Boo.
Pick him off.
I'm sorry, that one's so free every time, though. I have to do it. All right, so we're heading up to the final nest. So again, we're gonna backtrack again to a third time to that whole. If the camera can see it, you can type it. Look at the things in the top right corner that Amy's typing. He's nowhere near them, but he's allowed to type them. That is going to play a thing in this nest, not only for like maintaining combos, but like some of the lanterns you can see the white lanterns in the middle right there off to the left are 2-letter combos. If there's a word that starts with a 2-letter combo, but the lantern also starts with those 2-letter words, it'll steal his input, hit the lantern, and then reset his progress on the word. So that's something to like keep in mind for this nest as you're trying to frantically type everything, is making sure that if your input gets, we'll say, stolen, that you are aware of it, and then also go back to the thing that you meant to kill because, oh no, I wasn't meaning to type this, but I have to type something else now. So like there's go all the way in the distance I see there. Oh, he's just gonna knock them out immediately, so not have to worry about them. That's a really smart move. So yeah, now we're utilizing Spark here to just try to murder like as many bugs with one word as possible. Ooh. That was close. Good save. Yeah, Spark will jump to as many bugs as you have leveled. So at level 1, it'll jump to 1 enemy, and then at level 2, jump to 2. So level 5, you can change to 6 enemies at once. So you'll see here, he's chaining off of those big bugs to other things that aren't even like in his view yet. So he's killing bugs before they even get close to him. So it's just like it's saving a lot of time here. Or some bugs, like you'll let them get close to you, so that way they're within Spark range. So you can actually shoot them with the Spark when they get close to other bugs. Oh! Yeah, those little snakes, they sneak up on you. I've had plenty of runs die to those snakes where I either burn them and I feel like that's either gonna get out of the way, or they just sneak by me because I'm focused on something else and they move so quickly I don't even notice it. So a strat with Spark is, you know, if you see a big word, you try to avoid it, and you look for a different bug with multiple smaller words, so you don't have to worry about typing the longer words. There was a snake I saw there that had like 3 words, so instead of typing the big guy, he focused on the smaller snake to actually save not only the speed of typing the faster words, but Spark will actually eliminate a couple of the bigger words as well. So like here's gonna focus on the big Spark thing. That they're basically like telling you, hey, shoot this thing instead. And it just made it so much easier. This should be the last section. So this will be once he kills everything on screen. Ooh, that spy bug got real close. Hey, not bad. And he's leaving with 82,000. That's really good. And got the teleport spot. Yeah, that was really slick. Good job. Although the next section is going to be a little fun. Let's see where he remembers where to teleport to. Does he remember how teleport works?
She had grounded
He
the
does.
storm, tamed the light.
Now to find the 4th dungeon, Whispering Isles.
That last dungeon looked really difficult.
It's maintaining the combo in 2 particular sections. It's getting it past the middle nest and then keeping it in the last nest, like having enough to go into the last nest. So if you can just work on those 2 key points, you actually get the whole dungeon. And it seems... I guess I should have asked.
Am I going the wrong way?
You are going the wrong way.
Okay, that's what I figured.
You need to go to drown. You can teleport to Drowning Halls and then just go down. I was about to ask, do you want guidance here?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
for sure. Help me out.
Okay, yeah, no, go down here.
So I was gonna.
No,
wait,
not
this-
through
not this one.
that. Yeah, not that one. Keep going down.
So I was gonna say, people in chat are asking about the fox's name. The makers of the game Fishing Cactus actually will not reveal the fox or the girl's name. And they have a second game, Nanotale, where the girl appears again, and they still have not given her a name, and it's intentional. It's not accidental. So I kind of like that.
I actually didn't know that. I just knew it didn't have one in this game. All right, so we'll say breathe. You can breathe easy for the most part now. Like all of the hard sections of the run are kind of over, and now it's just about getting to the end. Barring the final nest, which Amy agreed to fight the horde, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. But like the rest of basically this until the last nest is pretty simple. There's not really much to stress about. It's just going to here, doing the thing, going to here, and then doing the next thing. There's no like maintaining the combo. Amy's got well more than enough points to finish. At this point, his next target is 100,000 points, and Whispering Isles will give more than... We'll give it like 20,000 points-ish. I would say this part's it can get a little stressful. This is the standard, like, go through a door. Where does it take you? Oh, now it leads you to 2 doors. What door takes you to this island? And it's like trying to teleport you around, figuring out where to go. Yeah, so these can sneak up on you pretty quickly. And it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Those are some good spark combos. Nice job. Fun parts of this run. Oh, that one should have killed you. I feel like that one should have killed you, but you know, well, the game gave it to you, so sure, we'll just go with it. That looked like it touched you.
She saw islands floating in the sky ahead of her, as if the tornado had ripped
All right, and then we get to go to the dungeon with the one big skip in it that saves like 45 seconds, I think, give or take. It's the biggest skip in the game.
Lazily in the distance, a deceptive calm filled the air. Magnolia winds swept gently through her hair.
Oh, almost. Yeah, go the other one. So again, unless with this part, it's just trying to get you to go to a teleporter. It's not trying to get you to do anything crazy. There's no like puzzle. It's just go here, go to the teleporter.
She wondered if she were broken.
So with this one, they give you like this ice thing that they're trying to encourage you to use this to go back and forth, but you actually don't have to use the ice. If you actually know the route correctly, you can just walk around it and like hit all of these things without the ice. So it's like a neat little optimization that you can do. The ice is there if you want to use it. Now this thing also does get tighter with the timing as you go. So some of these things will have shorter times depending on the distance.
She wondered what stories have been.
But luckily, like the ending ones are pretty easy, so you don't have to worry about it.
Passage. Who will tell my story?
This dungeon probably has my favorite aesthetic out of all of them. This one's just so pretty. You're sort of in the sky, floating around. Ooh, yeah, go down from here. Oh, the bug almost snuck up on you.
A lattice work of ruins surrounded her, arches of bone, and columns of ivory, a skeleton home.
All right, it's another shock puzzle here. So this one's got a pretty easy solution. You hit the close one, then you hit the far one, and then you go up. Go back into it. Go back the way you came. So if you just go all the way up here, you hit the close one, you hit the far one, then you hit both of them, and then you can get out. Pretty easy solution.
A confusion of wind swept past her.
Yeah, they put that one little bug there just to like annoy you. It's not threatening in any way. It's just like, yeah, it's just like there. Like, okay. I'm just gonna run into this thing. All right, so now we have a repeat of the second dungeon's mechanic where they have the new element bugs chasing you and you can't do anything about it. So now Amy's on a timer at this point, trying to get through this section as fast as possible. There are some things here they meant for you to shoot them out, but you can actually just squeeze through them right there. Just a little neat thing you can do. It saves like a couple seconds because you don't have to type the words. All right, so there's a bug coming up here that he's gonna kill this one here, but then that next one, he's gonna try to leave it alive if he can.
The cacophony.
Cool. All right, yeah, we're leaving that one alive on purpose. That is a key to the skip. Those things don't respawn if you kill them, so that way if you want to like explore the dungeon, you can do that. But we're purposely leaving that alive to go get the wind power first, and then we're gonna come back to it.
The winds settled in her palm.
All right, wind has a neat mechanic. You simply stand on a spot and you try to activate all the windmills at the same time with one swipe. So you basically line yourself up and then you type typically the farthest windmill and it'll activate them. But here's the skip. Oh no, Amy died. Nice try, dude. Nice try, dude. Just kidding. That was actually intentional. So that skip puts us back here after the spark puzzle, which is where we need to go. Because we need to backtrack all the way over here. So this skips a second, like, weird walk around thing we have to do. And it saves, again, like I said, 45 seconds, give or take. And that bug chased you. There you go. That was the biggest skip in the run, though. Otherwise, no other dungeon has any skips, at least that we know of. But at this point, the last bit of the dungeon, there's not really any fighting until the final nest. It's just going to be teaching you more about the wind puzzles. So lining them up over there, and then there's a neat little wind puzzle coming up in the next section that has 4 angles that you have to hit. It's just they just expect you to trial and error this. There's no hints to tell you what to do. They just expect you to do trial and error. But there's 4 angles that you have to hit to open 4 doors. So that's one. He gets 2 of them in one shot. That's cool. And then there you go. Yep, that's all 4 of them. You can do, we'll say the left to top section, and then you do left to bottom right. That opens 2 doors. And then the 2 rows that have only 2 fans in it, those are the other angles. But you can get those done pretty quickly. They just, like I said, they just expect you to trial and error. There's no, it's sort of like the whole, like, hit this button and then these lights turn on, and then hit this button, these other lights turn on, that kind of puzzle. But here's a nest, and then Spark is gonna just destroy everything in this nest. So specifically picking targets that have 2 words, that way the Spark can jump from target to target. So like there's a big bug, but specifically Amy's not gonna type, or is gonna try to type the other bugs first and then type the big one. So actually, you saw there, like, so the Spark didn't jump from the bug that had 1 word. It has to jump from a bug that has multiple words. Otherwise, just like everything would just die if you just started typing like on bugs with 1 word. It would be way too overpowered. So the caveat is you have to type with a bug with multiple words. So there you go. Spark is just like going to town on the top left, just trying to get rid of everything that it can. Actually, I don't know if you have Spark upgraded all the way yet. It doesn't look like you do. You also get weird. You get good at typing words that you probably never normally type, like that one. Or even osmosis or bracteoli. I don't know. I can't English.
I'm constantly talking about whatever that word is.
Yeah, I think we're on different forums, man. That is a day to day.
Yeah. There are some words that you just learn to hate because you can't do the motions.
My wife just got home, so if you see someone new behind me.
Oh, okay.
Watch out, there's someone behind
She
you.
left the
Wait,
island.
she's jumping in the game too? This is a co-op run? Hold up.
Spark and fire.
Nude.
All right, so we're done with upgrades for the rest of the run, and
She
now
realized
Amy is going to head
that
to the
she
final
felt
area
whole for the first time.
with 11 minutes, we'll say, give or take, on the clock. That's doable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all about that as we're getting close to the end of the timer here. How y'all feeling about the time left?
This is very, very doable. Although Amy is facing the Horde, so there might be a death, but even then that would cost maybe like a minute or 2. It's doable. I think Amy can pull this off for the run saved.
I trust them.
Go to the other one that you shot first. Oh, not trying to kill you, I swear.
Wow.
I wasn't trying to do that on purpose.
Easty Boy Sabotage plays chill in the background.
He's been ruined.
I gotta watch the face cam of this now, just be like, oh wait, actually turn around. I think he actually realized before I said anything. He kept his cool. Yeah. Yeah, so now we're heading on to the final section, which is the desert. The desert is locked behind a wind puzzle, so you have to go through the wind dungeon to go get the upgrade to get it, so that way you can come back here. Theoretically, I think you could, if you had enough points, you could grab the wind upgrade and then you could just book it out if you had 100,000 points. But like at that point, you might as well just finish the dungeon because you're right there. But you do need 100,000 points. You need 90 to open this one, and then you need 100,000 to open the desert one. There is not a lot of recovery points here. So like if you're short on points, you sort of have to backtrack to go somewhere else to get points. There's like one chest. There's a bonus nest here that you can do, but obviously you can see those nests are scripted, so they take a while to get through. Other than that, like Amy's in the home stretch at this point. He's got one more area to go, and then once he finishes the area, he'll be done. This is actually, so I'm looking at the timer now. This is actually going to be tighter than I thought, but it's still very doable.
The desert stretched out to the hazy
I have confidence in you,
horizon.
Amy.
So do I.
Someone in chat did ask, WASD controls the character. There are 2 control schemes. WASD moves you actually up, down, left, right. There's another control scheme, EFIJ, which moves you along the grid layout of the map. You can use whatever one you want, or you can use both. It does not matter.
Remind us what you called the WASD one?
The gamer controls.
That's right, gamer mode, baby.
Yeah, you can do gamer controls or you can do intended controls.
Silent ghost in hazy air.
So here's just a simple wind puzzle. You just gotta line up all three, and then you shoot, the windmill, and you keep going. It throws a couple of these at you just because wind is such a new element in terms of like the progression of the game, but it doesn't get any like fancier than just those wind puzzles.
I have a question. How taxing is this game on your wrists with all the typing and whatnot, especially for speedrun?
When I started learning this game, I actually had to move. I normally type with like my elbows locked on my office chair. Like I got the armrests. I normally like type like that, but with Epistory I couldn't do that because it was hurting my wrist, so I had to push my keyboard to like the back of my desk and then rest my forearms on the desks because it was starting to hurt. I can normally get like 2 or 3 runs in, and then I need to probably take a break. So it can get pretty taxing, especially if you're getting to these later parts where they're throwing really big bugs at you. Let me just think. So Amy said this, I think, right before we started, but at the end section, he's gonna have to type 100 words per minute to get through the final section. But for the most part, he's maintaining, we'll say, in the upper 80s for a good portion of the game. So imagine typing at like 80 words per minute for like 40 minutes. For all
That's
you,
why it's got the gamer chair.
Yeah. There you go. So switching to the bottom bug because you can just burn everything because it was such a... Those big slugs are 3 or 4 letter words and they have like 7 or 8 of them. So you can just burn everything in the area. And since we have fully upgraded Spark, it's going to jump to everything in the area. Spark does have like a distance limit though. So it won't just like hit everything, in your vicinity. It does have to hit something that's close by. All right, cool. That's the middle nest. Middle nest is... What? How did that not trigger? Okay. Middle nest is easy. It's the final nest in this area that he has to worry about.
She wondered if any of this was real. If she was just a mirage.
This is getting real tight. I see what he's doing here.
Maybe, she said to the shimmering air.
Cheesing the horde a little bit there. I see what you're doing.
But the ghosts in the desert didn't reply.
Easy in my speedrun. Unbelievable.
So all these puzzles, they're set. It's just you have to hit all of the torches before they burn. You have to hit the torches, I believe. Let's see, you can't hit like one torch. I think you can hit the left torch first. Something like that. You can't just hit them all like in any order. There is like a certain thing you have to do, but they will burn out and you have to keep going. It's not just like a one of those Zelda torches that you light it on fire and it's on fire forever kind of thing.
Less than 5 minutes to go, by the way.
Yeah, this is gonna be much tighter than I thought it was.
Well,
Oh, don't say that! Not again!
No, he can do it. You can do it. Like you gotta be quick. So like all of these nests are based on how fast you type. That is entirely based on your typing speed. So if Amy is really fast, like he can speed this up. It's also just getting to the final nest is such a hassle because all these things keep popping up in your way. Like this mountain. Let's go. So he has to wait for these things. Also, so small detail, but it is annoying. The tile spawn animations are RNG. In terms of how fast they are. All right, so this is the horde getting into the nest. So he's got to maintain about 100 words per minute at the beginning here. You can see all these bugs catching up from him from previous areas. So there's another one on the left that's caught up that he just didn't kill earlier. They're just all catching up to him. You killed a bunch of the horde beforehand. That was easy. The horde, imagine like 6 more of those bugs on the bottom of the screen coming up to fight you. Now these fire bugs can be annoying though, because you'll be fighting one and then just another one just slips through without you even seeing.
Yeah, and as you can see, Past Amy did finish a little while ago, so we're definitely in that extra few minutes here.
Oh yeah. He's maintaining good typing pace. I can see him speed up. So he has an ability to... He still has an ability to finish this nest, although he has to finish super quickly because the final section's like 45 seconds to a minute of just like walking to the end. Unfortunately.
Are there any bubbles he'll be forced to float across?
There's no bubbles in this game. It's basically an auto score though. I guess just like while we're waiting, you can watch him just destroy all these bugs. There is a neat there's another trick. It's not a time save, but it is a neat optimization you can do. You can do this thing called element swapping, where you're on one element to type. If Amy's gonna be on wind here to type these things out, if he wants to spark off them, what he can do is he can type the word that he's meant to type, and before the projectile hits the enemy, he can actually type the element he actually wants to use and swap it mid-flight. So he can actually spark off a wind enemy, which is kind of a neat little trick you can do. It's like a nest optimization you can do, but it is in no way required to do this run. I don't do it in my runs, and I managed to hit everything pretty well. But it's like a neat little, it's one of those neat little tricks you can do for fun if you wanted to. If you're really fast at typing, you have to be really quick with it.
Do you know where our time is going to be? Just asking. We have about a minute and a half left to go.
It'll be when he types the last thing of "my name is," which is after he walks into the distance. He's getting pretty close to the end of this nest. He probably has 30 seconds to a minute left of this nest. He's got this giant wave, and then he has a couple wind things. I think it's gonna be, unfortunately, a Zoombini repeat.
Oh!
Yeah, because now he's got the big bugs, which he can spark them or he can burn them. They're both equally effective. But he's got this. Once he gets the snakes, giant snake monsters coming on the bottom of the screen, that's the end of the fight. Which should be in 10 or 15 seconds after he kills those big three.
Yeah, looks like this is gonna be just a bit short here based on what you've told me.
He's so close again though. He's at the end of the actual parts that you have to do. Otherwise it's just walking to the end. Yeah, I guess so they got the big snake on the bottom spawned. So this is the end of the nest here.
That is a word that I saw there. Dang.
I totally know how to pronounce
Adaptive
that word.
really throws words at you.
There would be no turning back from
There,
here.
it's he's 45 seconds. Oh, it was so close.
Oh no.
It's so
No.
close.
Sky, just add 1 minute on.
5,
Just add-
4, 3.
You should have added more to the timer.
1.
I should have put an hour.
You should have done an hour.
An hour would have been so easy.
Ah.
I'm sorry. I'm killing it for everybody coming after.
The Zoombinis classic.
Yeah.
Like I say, so he's right here. So the final section of the game is there's two sections. There's two things to type. It's one of 3 words, and then there's the next one, which is one of the 2 remaining words. Then it's I am lost. The next one is what is my name, and then it's my name is, and once you type my name is, that's it. That's the timer.
It's who,
So
what
he's-
am I?
Or who, what am I? Sorry,
Or who, where am I? It's really weird.
something like that. Whatever. But he's right here at the end.
That's gonna do it though
Well.
for the run, unfortunately. What?
What is my name? And then he's just
And
yep,
then
right there.
and that's time.
My name is.
He was so close. One more minute would have done it.
I
Kills
asked
me.
you before we started.
Yeah.
I did not talk this time down. We initially had an hour, then it went down to 55, and then it went up to 57. So there is
So
no
close.
responsibility bestowed upon me for this run.
I will say before Epistory goes, this song is amazing. It's
It's
one of the
great,
best.
but also you get DMCA'd for it, so that's the
Yeah.
problem.
yeah.
Enjoyed this
Yeah,
song, you
no.
can't hear.
I have
Yeah.
not been hit for this, but it is very possible that you do. But I would recommend that you listen to this credit song on your own time. It is absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful and it is awesome. But
It's
you
really
can see
good.
there was the fox on her display in there.
So anything else you want to say before we go to break?
Run this game. It's really hard. Like, I will not lie to you. I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't remember the route, but like that run is hard. This is probably without a doubt the hardest game I've run. Just because any little mistake will get you. And like if you drop combo in Drowning Halls, you're over. You have to reset if you're going for a really good time. Wow. But yeah, run this game. It's great. Or play it. Or play Nanotale. They're all really good.
Nanotale came out a little bit ago. It uses the same typing system as this game is. So give that a shot as well if you're looking for something new. Or pick this one up. This is probably like $20 on Steam. It's worth the pickup.
Taylor said, run this game or walk it.
Well, Amy, you still have 2 more runs tonight. The timer's got your number, though, so we'll see if you can get at least 1 tonight. So coming up next year, we're going to have Aragami and then Syscrusher later on, right before Never Before Seen. Remember, folks, that Mercy Kill and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you, your subs, gift subs, Amazon Prime subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support our weekly Hotfix content. Thank you very much for supporting our shows. If you are watching on YouTube, feel free to join us at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick to check out our live shows starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. And while you're there, Hotfix is funded in part thanks to your subscriptions and bits. Please consider subscribing to help support future broadcasts. We have quite a few new shows, including Aimbot, that have started up in the next few weeks. Heading on over to GamesDoneQuick.com/Hotfix and watch our Twitter for information on when they start. And with that, everyone get hydrated and stretch. We'll be right back with Mercy Kill. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am joined here by Amy, and we still have Aragami and Syscrusher coming up, but let's revisit the first couple of runs so far from tonight. Amy, how do you feel about Zoombinis and Epistory? I know, it was so
I was off by like
close.
less than a minute on both. I'm so annoyed. But,
Aww.
you know, I gave it, I thought I could, I gave it a tight estimate because I thought I could do it, and at least I put on a show. That's what the point was.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do in the future? If folks give me like too generous of an estimate and be like, remember what Emery did? You know, having a very, very, very tight estimate can be fun for everyone involved. Although I'm sitting next to the scythe, and I feel like sometimes it has opinions of its own regarding estimates. But to be clear, I did not hustle any of the estimates today, contrary to what folks may have told y'all. So,
yeah, I actually dropped the Aragami estimate myself. Sky said an hour. I said, nah, 57 minutes. Should have taken the hour.
You should have taken the hour. I had a feeling about that one based on what you said about Epistory. Yeah. So we have Aragami coming up. We have a 40-minute estimate. Any thoughts about this before you run it?
This one's more generous, just so I can maybe hopefully redeem myself. But there's this game is also a one-hit kill like Epistory, but if I can mash faster than the enemies, then I can kill them. So
yeah, what is with you in one-hit KO games?
They're fun, no mistakes, you know.
It's tough, especially the speedrun. That's tough. Well, I am excited to see this run. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Let's get after it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is Aragami. This is by Linceworks. The funny way I describe this is like, you know, Dishonored. What if you could skip the cutscenes?
And also, what if it was anime?
Yeah, and also, what if it was anime? So there's a lot of blinking that goes on in this game, and this is new game, no out of bounds, because the out of bounds in this game are pretty boring. You just get out and run to the end of the level. And new game because I don't want to start with anything carried over. I think having to find my way and find the invisibility stuff as I go is really cool. So if we're ready, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck and have fun.
All right. So we're not going to see any of the story. So if you want to play this game, don't worry about it. We're going to skip all of it. There we go. First cutscene skipped. Okay. The lights are on. How will I get through? Like that. So this first level is basically just teaching me how to, like, use my teleport abilities, but I'm going to be spam clicking a lot of them because, you know, it's just faster that way. Also, Water one hit kills you, like that. I was demonstrating. There we go. So, yeah, you can see the energy on the back of my cape. That's how much darkness energy I have in general. I actually don't really care about killing that guy. I'm only going to kill 1, maybe 2 people in this run. So this is just the opening area. Blinking disorients enemies. So they have, again, they can one-hit kill me. Everything in this game can. But as long as I just kind of run around them fast enough, boom, they don't even notice me. All right, so I gotta hit enter. There's 2 different buttons. Spacebar goes back to the chapter list, and enter actually continues the run. So I want to mash enter. All right. So now I'm gonna get my first darkness power. Grab this. Hit F1. Assign it to, where is it? There we go, shadow creation. All right, so that clicking out of that tutorial also creates a shadow. I'm gonna just do that. All right, so now I can create shadows wherever I want to and teleport to them. I restart checkpoint there to get all of my teleport juice back. And this area is kind of RNG. It's how nice the guards are in not noticing me. So I kind of take a little weird route through there in order to not get them to notice me. Luckily, I can also teleport through walls. All right, Monkey, you got anything to say? Uh-oh.
And honestly, like, I tried to play this game casually, and I'm a big sweat lord, so I was trying to get the achievement for not killing people, and this game is brutal.
Yeah,
like,
this game is very hard.
Homies will put the slap chop on you real quick.
Yeah. So that normally takes 2 blinks to get across, but I can get across in 1 if I aim correctly. All right, so I'm waiting here. Shadow creation. I'm gonna wait here, get just enough, teleport over here. All right. So now I have a Raven. He's like cool. He can do, like, if you're playing this game casually, the Raven does stuff. But I know where everything is, and I know roughly where all the. Okay.
I don't need the bird. I'm really good at this game. Immediately spotted.
Yeah, so I need that guy to. Uh-oh. All right. So I could have killed him if I wanted to, but I didn't. I wanted to give him a fighting chance. But okay, it did set me back. I thought it teleported me ahead to the next area. The corridors through there look very similar. All right. Get up. So one of the things about Aragami is that if you're in Moonlight in general, you do not recover blink juice, but if you're in Bright Light, you lose blink juice. So my goal is to stay out of Bright Light whenever possible. All right, so I'm gonna grab a skill point there, and then another skill point later will let me get invisibility. And invisibility is I hit space, because another game I run, you hit space to move forward, and this game, you hit enter to move forward. That's gonna keep screwing me up all run. All right. There we go. Also, you can switch shoulders with X. You'll see me do it at the beginning of every level. There's no reason. I just prefer to be looking over right shoulder instead of left. Also, like, this is not a ghost run. Enemies are going to notice me all of the time. And I don't really care. As long as I just teleport past them, we're fine. All right. So the danger about clicking out of tutorials is that it forces you to make a shadow, which can deplete some of your blink juice, which is bad. But luckily, I know the route through here well enough that I can just... Oh yeah, also you can't mantle over stuff, so you gotta just teleport over it. All right, so I'm recovering something or other here. I actually don't remember what it is, because it's been so long since I actually paid attention to the story of this game. But here's where I'm gonna pick up my second skill point. So I'm gonna run at these dudes and then teleport and they alert slowly enough that they don't kill me.
We
There's
need
that.
Railcoon here to tell us the Japanese word for MacGuffin.
Yeah, I actually don't know if they're speaking Japanese or just like an offshoot version of it. You know, that's something that sounds like Japanese.
Kind of like how Monster Hunter has the weird pseudo language.
Yeah. All right, so I restarted checkpoint right there because one of the things that happens when enemies alert is that they put up gates of light around everything. And if there's a gate of light up, I cannot move on to the next level. But that was pretty easy. I'm gonna get really, really terrible ranks on everything, just because, you know, I'm not stealthy at all. I'm just running into everybody. All right, so now you're gonna see I have a power on the back of my cape. This is invisibility. This lets me turn invisible. Oh, all right.
Very invisible. I like it.
Yeah. I don't, so I get 2 invisibility charges to start with, and then I regen 2 every time I touch a shrine. And invisibility works kind of weird, and I'll explain it a little bit better once I get to a place where I actually really need it. But basically the way it works is I turn invisible. Okay.
Dang, crushed it, bro.
Yeah, all right, listen. This part is RNG. I didn't actually want that guard to be standing there, and I really wish he wasn't. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, that's right. This is where I use an invisibility charge. So that would have killed me if it had hit me, but it didn't hit me, and I just ran away because I'm really good at this game. All right. So we're just moving on to the next area. I'll be restarting checkpoint a lot because that cancels any alerts. How do I crouch? Control, right? That's like that's actually legitimately the only place you have to crouch in the entire game. All right, here's a shrine. And that refills my invisibility energy. All right, so we're just gonna kind of run past all these guys. As long as they don't see me for long enough, they can't alert to me. So we're coming up to this tower. You're supposed to go in the front, but if you're a savvy and attentive gamer, which I am not, because I have apparently forgotten where it is, there is a little side entrance. Here it is. There's a little side entrance you can run in, and it skips having to run through a bunch of enemies. All right. So this is the guy that I'm gonna have to kill this guy. So I have to kill 2 people this run. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, he ran away. So if that archer right there is looking at me as I go up to the bridge, then I have to kill him because otherwise it wastes a bunch of time because he can kill me. So I'm just gonna teleport through this bridge. Yeah, they actually can't hear you.
No, Mance heard you down there like, I gotta kill this guy. He was like, you know what? I think it's break time.
I think it's time for me to leave.
Gonna go have a quick ciggy and maybe not die.
Yeah. So now actually I guess I killed 2 people technically, the final boss, but you don't really see that because that's when time is. But the other person that I'm gonna kill is the mid boss of the game. So I'm just like full out in the open here, but it doesn't really matter because I can just keep teleporting. They set off the alarm, but alarms are like area based. So if an enemy alerts in one area, as long as I leave that area fast enough, they don't alert on me anymore, or they're not like alerted, and they don't put up the light barriers. This guy is nice to me. I try to, that's kind of precise, to get up on the roof here. This is just me trying to avoid enemy paths. Whoa. All right, we're good. All right, so I try to hold my invisibility along here. Here's where I'm going to explain what invisibility does. So when I turn invisible, my blink energy fully refills and it counts down. So that's basically telling me how long I have left in invisibility. I can also use that juice to teleport, but the problem is as I teleport, my invisibility runs out faster. And so I'm going to use that in a couple places for some quick movement that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Let me just go over this guy and then get up here and then get up here. Just skip a long run around where I would run into a bunch of enemies. There's actually more than these guys, I promise. All right. Hey, bud, just don't worry about me. We're good. So a lot of this is just pathing past enemies that do not pay attention to me. If I get this right... Oh, I'm standing in bright light. So the light barriers are bright light. All right, I have to crouch here. We're just going to get rid of that guy. Everything in here is in darkness. And I like to hold my invisibility as long as possible just to get out of here, because getting out of here is way harder since they're alerted. But once I teleport past that guy and over to... Okay, I gotta be really careful about when I restart checkpoint here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to blow an invisibility charge here, because up on top of that is light, and I can't recharge invisibility energy in that. All right, so this next area is gonna have to be a bit slow while I wait for just my energy to recharge. That's a little unfortunate. This is where I would use an invisibility charge to skip some things. All right, this is going pretty good. I also found a skip here, and I'm gonna see if I can remember how to pull it off, because I found this like right as I was done running the game. Oh, please leave me alone. Okay. There we go. So that actually skips a whole light turning off sequence that I'd ordinarily have to do. I'm gonna sit in this just long enough to get one blink. That'll let me get to here. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. I actually really want to be on the roof here, so I'm gonna go be on the roof here. They have alerted to me, but that's not too big a problem. Also gonna do a precise blink here. There it is. Again, just skips a bunch of running around. The out of bounds for this game is actually pretty wild. It skips pretty much the entire level. But I also don't think it's very fun because it skips the entire level. I like the, yeah, I'm just kind of a doofus running through it, you know, screaming as they like try to find me. But come on. This ledge is the most finicky in the game to teleport up for no reason. That will kill me if I let it, but I ended the level before it killed me. All right.
That kills me if I let it. So
Yeah.
I don't.
So I don't let it. This is actually one of my favorite levels in the game, because you have to do a lot of really precise blinking here. And I also get to restart checkpoint a bunch, which means I get all of my juice back.
The whole time, all I can think of is Michael's secret sauce from Space Jam.
Yeah, a lot of this is Michael's secret sauce. So this is like a puzzle. There we go, I've solved the puzzle. There we go. And I can only teleport into shadows. I said that already, but it becomes very important here, where they stop just having shadows in places. All right, so I restart here just to gain all my juice back. All right, so this is 4 separate areas that I have to go into. And all of them contain dudes that would wish for me not to be doing what I'm doing, which is turning off their barriers. So instead, I'm gonna turn off their barriers and then run past them fast enough and hope they don't kill me. Hey, oh, okay, he was ready for me. So the unfortunate part is now I have to do this whole section again. So that's, I guess it's good that I gave myself a little bit of a bigger estimate for this, because this is one of the hardest chapters. straight up, because they alerted already, which isn't great because they're going to be on the lookout for me. Also, the ceilings in this game are really thin. So if I blink into something that's close enough to the ceiling, I can actually just teleport through it, which kind of doesn't work for the no out of bounds category, but also just doesn't put me where I want to go most of the time. There's shadows in between here. I don't know why. There's really not that much difference. Showing off a little bit. Right, restart checkpoint. Also, I'm holding down sprint the entire time, and if you're wondering if it starts to hurt your little finger after a little bit, yes, it does. So guards will, when you turn invisible, look towards where you were last, and then where you're making noise. So I destroyed both of those things, but I got out of there fast enough that they cannot see me. This is one of the places where I have to create shadow to jump back up. Use me. Oops. All right. Yeah, almost shot me with an arrow. That's fine. Now I'm gonna restart checkpoint. I need more juice. All right. This is just pretty quick run. What? Hello? Oh, right. I thought they were alerted for some reason. All right. Getting through these areas. So this last part is kind of weird. There's a bunch of windows. You have to run around until you find the one open one. And then just get out of there as fast as possible. I don't even bother, like, whether I'm teleporting the correct way or not. Please? Okay. A lot of the times you'll have to decide between blinking or saving enough juice to create shadows. And they never actually tell you exactly how much you have, but you can do 4 blinks before you run out of energy. Whoop. Okay. If I'm slick, I can do this with no invisibility. So, you know, do it for the boys. Easy.
Yeah.
That also means, uh-oh, they have disliked the fact that I'm here.
Well, but you really got to send the message.
Yeah. All right, so this upcoming part, if I move quickly enough here, I don't have to do a laser puzzle. So I look up, I teleport up, and then I teleport up, and then up, and I run through the door. All right, so that skips a laser puzzle that you would have to do otherwise, where the puzzle is that you die when the lasers touch you.
Innovative
but it
puzzle.
It takes like 10 seconds for them to spawn, so if you just move through there quickly enough, then you're fine. All right. Also, one thing I haven't quite mentioned until now, but it's going to become a little bit more important, is that every time you enter a cutscene, all of your blink energy gets restored. So a lot of times I'm going to be running with like 1 blink left, and then blink into where a cutscene is. So like I have nothing right here. Boom, cutscene. All my energy is back.
Reaches into cloak, pulls out water bottle labeled Michael's secret stuff.
Exactly. All right. So I usually use both of my invisibility charges for this part, just because the enemies here are very rude, and there's a lot of them, and they don't like me being here. Oh, excuse me. Please leave me alone. All right, there we go. That's a checkpoint. So now there's 3 barriers that I have to turn off. Oh, I was hoping to not attract that because that takes away some of my blink sauce, but you know what? That's fine. All right. I get on top of that, and then on top of here, on top of there, and in here. Uh-oh. Ah, So a lot of the times you'll hear me, I don't know if you can hear my mouse, but you'll hear me mashing blink. And again, that's just, I'm trying to not die.
It's not panic, it's RNG manipulation.
Yeah. Oh, okay. If they shoulder bump me, then I die. All right, we'll take the safe way out of here. Hello? What? Where is that? Where is that? Oh boy. The blink hitboxes for some of these are really bad. You know what? Whatever. Oh my god. All right. You know what? Fine. We'll do this the slower way. The blink hitboxes for some of these things are really rude. It's almost like they didn't expect you to blink through it. But luckily we're out of there.
Perish the thought.
Yeah. Okay. So this is another triple one. I gotta find 3 places and turn them off. Didn't need a blink there. Yep, fine. I already have invis. So you're supposed to go around, but they shadowed this back part of the wall so you can just blink over it. You're supposed to like take care of this guy. But instead, if I just take it out and then run away, then he just doesn't hit me. Also, part of the goal with me structuring my blinks while I'm invisible is that I want to run out of invisibility at a certain time, because being invisible in this game counts as being in shadow. So I restore blink sauce. All right, there we go. Oh, please. Oh, come on. I think I checked.
Chop.
Yeah, really got slap chopped there. All right, we're fine. I just have to make it to this area. And hey, what's up? All right, see you later. And we're out of there. All right, so this is the enemy that I'm going to kill. This is Captain Crane. I don't actually remember his name. I really dislike him. He is the only enemy in the game. Well, okay, besides the final boss, that takes 3 hits to kill. So he is protected by light. Look at that. I can't hurt him. Oh no. But if I shatter his barrier, and then I run up to him and I mash, then I hit him before he hits me, and I teleport away. So I have to find 3 of these orbs around. And I also have to kill him in 3 different ways. There we go. So I did a back kill, I did a jumping kill, and now the last one can be anything. I just have to not die doing it. Ah, okay. So the issue is if I die, I have to do this whole thing over again.
So, quick question. Is your blink sauce and the invisibility juice the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Sort of. So, oh, he managed to get me in midair. So, the blink sauce is the white stuff you can see on the back of the cape. The invisibility charges are the little blue orbs.
Okay, yeah.
And each invisibility charge, you know, blows 1, but it also gives me full blink sauce. All right. So doing them top down first is great because it lets me just run up to him and hit him. Nope, don't alert on me. I'm gonna invisibility this early so he can't see me. Because enemies also kind of just guess where you are. There we go. I've killed him.
First try, baby.
First try, baby. That is so that is the if you can mash faster than the enemy, you beat them. So as long as I get the attack off before they do, I win.
That's how I play fighting games.
Yep. All right, so this is where enemies start to get real dang rude with the whole light thing. I want to stay in the shadow just long enough to get blink. And then I'm going to invis here, so I don't really care how much, light I don't have. There's a shrine right there, but I actually don't need to get it because the rest of this level is pretty easy. So for some reason, if you look at the bottom of the ledge and teleport there, then you teleport onto the ledge. I don't know why it's not the top of the ledge, but whatever. All right, please let me through.
I feel like after a while they should stop using like grates for doors and just use regular doors.
Yeah, you'd think.
Same with putting lights everywhere.
All right, so I thought... Oh, I apparently killed someone. Well, whatever. Okay. So I thought I remembered that I had to come down here for some reason. And I guess I did. Okay, I'm trying to think too hard on that blink. I have no skills unlocked besides invisibility. I am straight just running through this game with nothing. Oh, right, the last one's on the roof. Duh. That's why this is weird. All right. So for some reason, teleporting in there puts you at a random place and like turns you around. I don't know why. It's really weird.
I do want to say about a minute or so ago, I believe that is GG to the past PB there of 26:32, I believe. So GG to past Amy.
That's fine. We are on actually pretty good pace here because there are 13 chapters total in this game, and this is chapter 10 that we're finishing right now. And the 13th chapter is just a boss fight. So this is the Stone Tower, or the 6th Talisman. I actually don't remember. The 6th Talisman. I have it on my splits as TST, and I could never actually remember. But there's a big stone tower. All right. So the enemies here really hate me. Oh man, I don't remember. There was something I came up with in terms of teleporting here, but also like this opening area is very rude. There's a lot of enemies that just like hanging out.
Yeah, someone in chat pointed out we've been calling it the wrong stuff. Instead of invisible sauce, it needs to be or blink sauce, it needs to be blinker fluid.
Yep. That's it. Okay. Oh, what? Man.
Also, someone asked, do you have the silent while invisible perk
I do
unlocked?
not. I have no perks unlocked besides invisibility itself, because it would be slow to get those.
While convenient, not optimal.
Yeah. Jeez, these dudes know exactly where I am. So this is a bad level. I may have to actually just take the intended route through this. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be teleporting to. I came up with this super slick route that lets me get through it, but obviously I've forgotten it. Oh my lord! All right, focus time. We got this. I could also like burn an invisibility charge early to just not alert these guys, but that's called quitting.
You have less than 10 minutes left.
I think we're fine.
I will point out you said that the past 2 runs, so
Yeah. No, it's fine. This is. All right, we'll go invisible, or they'll alert anyway. All right, never mind.
Bullet says these guys are stream sniping.
They are. It's rude. I wish they would stop doing it.
Have you asked them at all?
No. There's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is Aragami came out before like the very popularization of streamer mode.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Let me up there.
50th tries the charm.
All right. We're chilling. We're chilling. This is easy. Nope.
Yeah, this is
Oh
easy.
my god. Okay, I actually didn't alert them through there, so this might be slightly easier. Woo! All right, we're through.
Easy.
Wow.
First try.
They've hit the checkpoint. That area is rough, and that's why I spent a lot of time like trying to figure out a faster strat through that area. So we're gonna stump jump here. We're gonna jump up here, and that skips this whole area. All right, see? First try, nothing wrong.
Yeah, nothing has gone
dude.
wrong in this run.
I'm just gonna run by right in front of him and alert him. That's totally fine. Yeah, so as long as I can get the teleport off before they kill me, then it's all good. All right, so this is a waiting bit. I'm just gonna wait up here and recharge my blink for a little bit. All right, we're good. Teleport onto the wall, make sure nobody's below me. Through the gate. They can kill me through this gate, but it's harder for them to see me through it. So as long as I get out of here fast enough. And we're good. Oh, okay. I bonked on the spikes. Whoops. All right. So they're alerting. They're curious, but not alerted. Well, now they're alerted, but that's... Oh, good lord. I think I set myself into a checkpoint, though. Yeah, I did. All right, so now I just have to get across it, and then I get to kind of ramp up the tower in a unintended way, we'll say. All right, I'm gonna go invisible. Go ahead and burn one of those right here. Oh, you're not supposed to be back here. That's not cool. All right,
Made
it's
a
all
new
good.
friend.
Yeah. Okay, so we get here. Teleport up here. Ah, it's really hard to stand up there. Just get up there right away? No. That's where it is. All right. So that skips a whole bunch of running around that I have to do in that tower. And you can also create shadows in light. It's slightly unintended, but where's the angle? This is so rude. There we go. Oops. All right, see you later. All right, I'm gonna have to burn my second invisibility charge here. That's fine. This is the end of the level. All right. So now we have a quick run through a boss, and then the final boss. So this is the captain. She has a name, or the general. Her problem is that she always knows exactly where you are. But running through this area makes her teleport along a predetermined set of paths. And also there's lightning, which puts you in bright light and takes away some of your blink juice. But that's kind of rude, and I don't want her to do that. All right. So she's
Less
got
than
a
4
barrier.
minutes.
I think I'm screwed.
No, easy.
Easy? Easy.
Easy. Yeah. We take these.
I quote a great philosopher: "Don't fear the Reaper."
I have
Yes.
feared the Reaper. Dang, I gave myself a really generous estimate too. I really bongoed up that chapter 11. Wow.
Well,
I thought the other show was aimbot, but
yeah.
All right, please ignore me and all of my shenanigans. Ugh, let me get upstairs, please. No, go away, lady. All right, she's gone away. Now I get my blink juice, and now I got to do these 2 side paths. I basically want to use 1 invisibility charge per side path here. And I'm only going to use it when I get into like right here. Ooh, all right. Yeah, so if I head bump enemies, they discover where I am. That's unfortunate. I'm going to respawn by the thing. Do I have to turn? No, I don't have to turn it off again. All right. Sometimes you can get the angle on creating a little shadow there to jump to. I still have invis left? No. Gotta do this the hard way. Right to his face.
dying is the hard way.
All right, that's okay. It sets me to the center.
Wait, does dying not give you back your blue gumdrop buttons?
It does not.
Oh, bumskers.
All right. That's the 12th level. All that's left is... Hello? That...
Well,
what?
Less than 2 minutes.
All that's
Come on, you
left
got
is
this.
take a swim.
yeah.
Okay. This is the final boss. I'm going to scream if I'm a minute... If I'm less than a minute close again.
Just add a minute. Nobody
All right,
has
so
to
this
know.
boss is RNG, which is the unfortunate part. But if she gives me a nice pattern, I can... There's the first hit. I see her in the corner there. Gave me the second hit.
1 minute.
There's the third hit. I might actually do this.
Easy.
And time.
Hey.
Yes!
Let's go, baby.
There we
Perfect.
go.
Hey, you did
Perfect.
it.
Not 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Not 3 for 3. She gave me it right in the end.
Yeah.
What's that?
Congratulations.
What's the title we gave Dark Hell for Spy Party? Never swept.
Never
Yeah.
swept.
Never sweat.
All right. So I definitely recommend Aragami. It's a really, really fun game. It's a really fun, like, indie stealth 'em up. Obviously, that you can, like, actually play Ghost. But why do that? It's you can just run past people. And it's really easy to just try again because you can go through and look at all your story ranks. I didn't do anything. Okay. Feeling
All
better
right.
now.
Oh, I was a little nervous, but everybody else had seemed like you had it in the call at least, so I was
Yeah.
confident. So we do have one more run left to go. We are going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we'll have one more run where Amy runs Syscrusher. It's gonna be awesome. You all won't want to miss that. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. This is Amy doing Syscrusher, and I'm told that this is the closest run that we have to something resembling Amy's show of aimbot here on GDQ Hotfix. So without further ado, take it away.
Yeah, so this is an FPS game that a runner named The Boix actually put me onto from the itch.io bundle for racial justice a while ago. And he ran it for a little bit, and I was like, that looks really cool, I want to run it too. And then I introduced it to my Discord, and then we found broken things for every part of the game. This game is pretty short, so that's why we're doing all categories. We're going to do 100% first, and then we're going to do all bosses, and then we're going to do any percent. And it's all like real fast, back to back to back. So Dark Hell is actually one of the pioneers of a lot of the tech in this game. That's not time, so time actually starts when we start movement here.
Yeah.
So it's just so everybody starts in the same place. So if you're ready, we'll get it started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Good luck.
So Dark Hell, you want to explain this?
So here you have your gun. You're supposed to shoot a lock there, but we're gonna not do that. There's this box. You can jump onto a very tiny bit of collision eventually, which will bring you onto the roof. And then you can basically just skip opening the doorway like that. So we're gonna do, since this is, okay. So this is gonna be 100% first, which includes all weapons, all health pickups, of which there are 10. So he has a grand total of 5 health in the bottom right. He needs to like not get shot like that or pick up health. Next weapon is gonna be the shotgun, which he's not really gonna use too much except for here. And then pick up health pack number 2, that. So a lot of this game has a few interesting mechanics. The longer you run, the more momentum you'll end up picking up. So as you can tell, he basically wants to keep either jumping or running. Like there is just no stopping in this run. Like you could not stop. Wow, surprise. So next health pack. So basically for this category, we're gonna do 100% all bosses and then any percent. Any percent is like completely different to all of the other ones in terms of tech, since it's any percent. So,
Miss it.
ooh. So you can do a trick there. He'll probably be able to get it. So one thing you just saw for a split second is we're gonna have this boss. You have the SMG, which he's gonna pick up here, but if you press 3, so like the number to equip the SMG, you still have the SMG in your inventory, and you can pick up ammo for the gun that you shouldn't have. And so you can kill the boss. And there's gonna be a corridor down here that is filled with enemies. You can basically just run over top the corridor. And next boss comes up in a second, and he'll go out of bounds to get back in bounds here. So you can fall through this bit of collision. Other end, okay. Yeah. And then you can walk through the inside of the walls and trigger the boss except those. So this is Hacker. You can tell he's a hacker because his health bar goes across the screen, which is how hacking works, it's true.
I don't think that's how hacking works.
No, it is. It's true. So with the SMG, you can just shred him. Is
the SMG just like busted, or is it
he's
just like hitting
not
a
that much
spot?
of a threat somehow. So
Darko, you're gonna let me know if I missed one, right?
right now you're at 9, so you're good. Don't worry. Or that's 8. I can count. You have 2.
So actually,
don't
I
worry.
have a question going back a little bit to like out of bounds collision. Is out of bounds like one way where if you're going out of bounds to inbounds, you can just like clip through walls?
It's one way, and that's basically the only proper out of bounds where you can like go through the wall. So Amy's got his 9 out of 10 health packs there. He's gonna very kindly try not to get shot, and then break open a lock. So
You could try for a jump there.
Yeah.
Syscrusher's collision is really weird in terms of its jumps. It feels really floaty.
yeah. So earlier, and he'll probably do it later, you can jump out of a window and do an out of bounds to get back inbound at a slightly faster speed. But coming up on the next health pack over here, in this corner, very neatly tucked away. So that's 10 health packs. He has almost all of the weapons now. He's got one more, yeah. And then he'll have 2 bosses. We're coming up on the next boss. It's actually not that gigantic face you see in the sky. That's just normal, don't ask. Okay, helicopter, just shoot the rockets, lead them, don't get shot by other rockets, about like that. So, next boss, and this is kind of where the name comes from. So, Syscrusher, you have to unsurprisingly crush the system, say hi to the system, well, the admin of it, and we're gonna
System doesn't
just
look very happy to see you.
yeah, that's because we're crushing it. That's the problem. So, just shove rockets into his face. He'll die. And then we're gonna go into like the server room, a very fragile server, I might add. And
Boom,
one whole
destroyed.
pistol bullet. Yeah. System crushed. And
All
then
right,
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
walk
go for the
backwards.
swag.
Yeah.
Is that too much for Z-Block?
You could do this full backwards.
Yeah. So.
Did I get it?
From
That's
Ivy,
stuck in a corner. All right, whatever.
Oh.
from
So
Ivy
you
out
can-
middle through connector. You did it.
Okay. Next thing, he's going to completely close the game because this game has accidental New Game Plus. So it has a restart functionality built into it. It's just broken. So when you close the game, you'll start back in the new game with all of the items you just unlocked, which kind of defeats the point of 100% all bosses any percent. So he's gonna close the game. You get stuck in this like 30-second long cutscene each time. So have fun having the bitrate be killed via this screen here.
All right, so that was 100%. That was kind of slow. You know, I took it pretty normal. But now we're gonna like not do that. Now we're gonna go fast.
Yeah, this is all bosses. So everything, just bosses. Don't die.
Can you fall off the map?
Yes.
You can, and
I
it
am
will.
genuinely shocked that I did not there.
I was gonna say, it looks like you should have.
That collision is so tight
Yeah,
that like it's astonishing every time that I don't.
you basically just
right.
have to swing yourself 90 degrees there.
So this is box jump.
Yeah. There's
my
a
God.
There's a faster way I found which eliminates box, but it's great. So, okay, he's going
There we go.
any percent, I see.
No, all
So-
bosses.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm doing all bosses and then I'm doing 80%.
yeah. So
I'm just doing the fast
yeah.
way.
So, next boss, here's where that SMG thing comes in since he missed it on the last one. So, he has SMG ammo for a gun he shouldn't have. He's going to trigger the boss to unlock the SMG and just decimate the boss. And then
That's fair.
yeah, that's fair. And ooh,
You need speed to do these, and it's
Yeah.
really difficult to like build up speed.
yeah. Ooh. So,
Okay, we'll do the slow way.
take the slow way, yeah.
We'll also pick up the SMG legit.
Yeah, of course. Be legit
Walk
in
of
this
shame.
speedrun. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the danger here is that bots can and will destroy the boxes.
Yeah.
I got really lucky on that first try. I am probably not going to be so lucky in any percent. So the reason we delineated into those categories is because obviously 100% you got to pick up everything. You don't have to fight every boss to beat the game. And that's why we have the all bosses category.
So, also side note, since he crouched there, his game breaks out a little bit and his gun's being pointed weirdly. Don't ask, just go along with it.
I just noticed
Now
the
that it's fixed
hacker
itself.
boss's health bar extends past the
Yeah,
actual rectangle.
that's because he's a hacker. So that's how you know.
Oh, I missed the jump!
Ooh. So now we sit here for about a minute while he falls.
What? It's great. That's
He
the
falls.
that's
Yeah.
you fall so far.
Anytime you miss a jump, you just have to sit there for like 30 seconds and die.
That's like a James Bond death too. With the
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just sit there.
we playing Golden
Got
right
it
now.
this time. This time, easy. So,
That
here's
that still
jump.
looked pretty close.
Here's that jump I'm talking about. So, in 100%, he could basically jump out a window, go there, but here he can jump onto a box and just use a tiny bit of collision that sticks out to be able to get on top of the roof to jump back into the building, which is
And also
insanely
now
weird.
no enemies spawn.
Yeah, because he didn't hit the enemy spawn trigger. These are the only enemies that spawn.
Excuse me.
Okay, picks up ammo, and then this boss. So lead the rockets, don't get hit, especially about like that.
All right, didn't die.
Got 1 health, I
I've
like
got
it.
4 rockets. That's like almost enough to kill admin. But I want to be safe about it.
Yeah, so there's obviously rocket ammo placed around because on this boss fight, the rockets are the only thing you can use to kill him. So kind of just has to shove rockets into his face like before, hope he dies, run out of ammo, and then kill him this time.
Can we
Doesn't
step
matter.
back 30 seconds where Dark Hill said, lead the shot and don't get hit, and Taylor immediately missed a shot and got hit?
Yeah,
Hey, what could I say?
Look.
All right.
Does it not matter where you
Fade
shoot
away shot?
admin either?
No.
You just shoot him
If you
wherever.
hit him, it's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going for the.
That's so generous then. Also nice.
Yeah.
It is admin is. Oh, I missed it.
Ooh.
Admin is surprisingly mean sometimes. All right, so that was all bosses.
Yeah.
Admin can really move around.
Any percent
And
gonna
be
be
mean.
way more fast paced because any percent. Wow. How surprising.
You have to fight one boss in 80%.
Yeah.
Which is admin.
No, you don't
no.
have to fight admin.
Admin? No. Final boss? Useless.
Yep.
You'll see. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So we noted. So 80% used to be all bosses, and we were like, okay, you got to fight like every boss, and do that. And then I noticed that a window was open in the admin fight. So instead of fighting admin, we're going to leave.
We are simply not going to interact with him. He does not matter.
Oh, I hit it, and then I wasn't
Ooh.
confident. Again, this jump and the movement is really slippery.
Yeah. So
You kind of got to get squished in the corner here.
the worst part about this, if you mess it up, like, and
Alright.
you can't save it, you just have to sit here for 30 seconds or do what he's doing. So you sit there for 30 seconds, fall to your death, or run through and vaguely play the game legitimately.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't want to risk falling off
Yeah.
there. So we're gonna play this safe.
They simply
All right.
cannot shoot.
It's time for box jump 2.
Yeah.
Easy.
There's a
Every
backup. Hey. Ooh.
I hate
Got
these
trolled.
enemies so much.
What's that expression? The pride before the fall?
Yes. Ooh. Oh. Well.
Unfortunate. All right. That's okay. The enemies despawn, so it makes it slightly easier.
Yeah.
There's also a really cool headshot noise in this game.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Okay.
You gotta kind of like S jump onto this.
It is real finicky.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
So, any percent. So remember, hacker? Yeah, don't. So we're gonna basically just pixel walk outside of his entire arena and not interact with him. So very tiny bit of collision here that you can just run on somehow, and you can.
Oh, of course.
Well. Ooh. Okay, you got.
I missed it.
He does not have this. So gonna fall to his death real quick.
Wait, there's collision there? What?
I didn't know that.
Well.
That's okay. I regen all my health. It was
Yeah.
intended.
Yeah, that was a death warp. That was intended. And he
Yeah,
gets to do
oh.
box jump again.
Yeah. So this is why the estimate for this game is kind of high, because not only can the enemies also shoot me a lot while I'm doing box jump, they can destroy the boxes just
For
like that,
example,
and then
there's a
I have
safety
to die.
And it's faster for them to shoot you than to fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you.
I mean,
have
I
to
could
sit
also
there
just
for
like
30
run through
seconds.
this normally.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
But yeah, where's the fun in that?
You got to
'Cause
make
then
it
you
tight
have to
for
fight a
the,
boss.
Gotta make it tight for the show, right?
Yeah, yeah. We'd have to fight a boss in the speedrun, and that's horrible. Well,
Hey, there we go.
All right, they destroyed
Okay.
a thing, but that's fine.
this time pixel jump, but he makes it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is clearly where we make the pixel jump.
There we go.
Yeah.
Easy.
So,
All right. So again, no enemies spawn here because I skipped the trigger.
yeah. He's gonna do that. I didn't even know you could do that, but he's gonna do that.
All right. Please.
Or
I
the
promise
barrel.
this jump isn't.
You
know
can
what?
use
Yeah.
the barrel. So, jump up here, tiny pixel, you get it. You saw 3 minutes ago or whatever. And then
I'm gonna grab the HP because I'm a little nervous about this.
just
All right.
don't
So I
get
have the
hit.
minigun despite never actually picking it up.
Very good theme. Do not talk about it.
I show off my actual aiming skills.
Yeah. And then helicopter, this is the one boss you fight. So enjoy leading your rockets and not getting hit. Right? Yeah.
Please?
Yeah.
Hello? I killed him.
But it killed you.
He had martyrdom perk.
Yeah. Helicopter spec'd into martyrdom. What a shame.
Don't lead your rockets too much now.
All right.
Okay.
So now instead of fighting admin, we're just gonna leave. I wish to not interact.
Yeah. He does not matter.
So if you'll
Do
notice,
not worry.
this little window is open.
Oh.
Oh, please.
So now we're just out of here.
Yeah,
What?
you can simply just
Come
jump
on.
through, and
Yeah.
then we can destroy the system. And Amy, quick thing I'll point out: you do need to do the few glitches at the end.
Yeah.
So,
It's just menu, right?
yeah. So, leave admin alive despite crushing the system. Don't worry about it. Just follow along, and he's gonna fail the backwards jump every time. What a shame.
What's wrong with the pistol right now?
It's because he crouched. It broke it. So he gets in his fancy little jet and flies away, and he
There
can
I
watch
go.
himself fly
and that's
away.
time. Goodbye.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh my
that was 80%. 80% is really quick.
Yeah.
And
He can watch himself fly away and die too.
Let's say, what happens
Yep.
if you die here?
good question. I
died. He
actually
just
don't
died.
know. Also, this is the credits.
Yeah,
that are
say hi
playing.
to the credits.
Wow.
So, I'll give my plug for this game. This game is pay what you want. It's really good. You should give the devs at least a little bit of dosh for this because I think this game is totally worth it. He actually put in some stuff for us that we had asked about, including the so you used to have to watch the whole cutscene at the start of the game every time you reset, which is bad. But we asked him to take that out, and he did. So now, when you hit start, you used to have to, go through this whole cutscene and talk, but you can just hit escape and go straight to here.
Yeah.
And so this is why we force quit the game, is because we have all our weapons still, and it's
Yeah.
not true any %.
So you can just start New Game Plus.
Yeah. But yeah,
So-
Syscrusher, really, really fun game.
So-
It's a super good introduction to FPSs. If you're looking to run a quick, short game, where can we buy? I
You
will
can get this.
post
at-
the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have the link, Darko?
Dirigo, DIRIGO games.itch.io.
So you can search it on itch.io.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Also good
actually
itch.io.
just bought it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it now.
You if you're looking to get into FPSs, so this is all categories because all of the categories are pretty short for this game. 100% is 4 minutes.
Yeah.
All bosses is 3 minutes, and any percent is below 2 minutes. And obviously, it's really RNG heavy with box jump, but there's a lot you can do with this game. So it is. It's really cool, and if you're looking to get into a short FPS, heavily recommend picking it up.
Yeah.
So any
Chuck,
last minute shout outs that you would like?
I just want to shout out Dark Hell, Monkey, and Shock for commentating all this. 2 and 2. I did it successfully. Yeah, do y'all have anything to shout out?
Watch aimbot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch
Yes,
Aimbot.
please do.
Yeah.
Watch aimbot. Check out, That's Never Happened Before. And check out RNG with Sky on Tuesdays right before aimbot. And yeah, that's about it for me.
All right, well, thanks to y'all. Thank you, Amy, for running the games, and thanks to Dark Monkey and Shock also for doing fantastic commentary. I appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on, for sure.
Here, I can.
Absolutely. So real quick here before we go, by the way, this is not the end of our programming tonight. We do have Never Before Seen, but just as a reminder, tomorrow we have more programming on GDQ Hotfix. We'll have The First Step featuring Deathloop, and that'll start tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And that does it for GDQ Hotfix. I am Skybills. Coming up next is Never Before Seen. Take it away, Amber.